right, and we're back at the lineup. LJ Mazzilli.
I'm Michael.
And we have a very special guest today with us, our former teammate, Nick Ahmed, shortstop for the Arizona Diamondbacks. What's going on, Nick? How are you?
Not much, guys, man. Thanks for having me on the show. I'm excited to be here.
Absolutely. You're chilling in the car right now. So you in spring training? What's going on?
Yeah, that's right, man. So this is kind of my quiet spot. So got 3 kids running around at home, so that's not a good place to record a podcast. And just finished up a workout at the field. We got spring training starting in about a week or so here from the recording date, and just get ready, man. Get ready for the new year.
That's awesome. Yeah, this year is going to be exciting for you. 2023. What do you expect? Another Gold Glove, or what's going on?
Yeah, you always expect.
Man, I'm just excited to get back on the field. Had an injury plagued year last year. I missed most of the year with a shoulder injury and had surgery. So, man, I'm just one day at a time right now, focusing on the health and get back out there, man. If that happens, that's in God's plan, great. But if not, I'm just going to help my team win each and every night.
I want to talk to you about the injury last year. Coming from the most injury-prone guy probably in baseball. How did you do just keeping your mental side, like kind of focused and grinding through it, staying positive, being there for the guys you have your family too, you got to worry about? It's a lot, man. It's a lot to just be
those are hard
injured.
moments, man. Last year was really tough for me, being injured and missing most of the year, not being able to be out and do what you love and help your team win baseball games. So when times are tough like that, I rely on 2 things. I rely on my faith and my family. My relationship with God keeps me grounded, keeps me humble, keeps me focused on my purpose. And then my family, man, my incredible wife, Amanda, my 3 kids at home, just give me great purpose. They give me an outlet away from the field to do something that I love, is just spend time with them. So they keep things light at home. They remind me that I'm more than a baseball player, and I love spending time with them away from the field.
I love that.
Yeah, no doubt.
I was telling LJ a story. Remember when I met Jackson for the first time? I mean, literally, he was probably a week old. And you guys trust me to hold him. I remember sitting there like this, and then I didn't want to ask for help on how to hold a baby. And I was like, okay, it's fine. I was clenching my, like, literally fully flexed for about 30 minutes. You guys looked at me. Amanda was like, Mike, is there? I was sweating off my eyelids. And I'm like, yeah, no, it's fine. But do you guys want to take him back?
Is that the first time you ever held a baby?
Probably not, but I was definitely rusty if I had to guess.
Yeah.
But it's fun for us. Like I watch Amanda, I watch your Instagrams. Like I get to see them kind of grow up. It's really cool that they're having kind of the same experience that you were having as a kid. How cool it is to be around the guys, around baseball. So I kind of wanted to get into, what do you try and do for the kids? Like, do you get to bring them on the field all the time? Like, do they like going to the field? Do they? What's their like status on that?
Yeah, that's awesome. So I absolutely love getting to bring them to the field. And I've been bringing them a lot this time of year, especially because it's kind of optional workouts this time of year over at their spring training facility here. And I can just bring them in. They can come with me to work out basically whenever I want. Then we go to the cages afterwards. I'll throw it to them. They'll hit. We'll run bases, take ground balls, go in the clubhouse, getting to come to work with Daddy. So it's really special to be able to bring them in. And our oldest son, Jackson, asked me last week. He goes, hey, how many times did you get to go to work with your daddy when you were a kid? And I said, I think I only went once in my entire childhood, and my dad worked at an office desk, so I was bored out of my mind. The kids are enjoying coming. LJ, awesome. What was that like for you, man? You have some fond memories of that, just going to work with Dad?
Oh, man, yeah, I have so many. I definitely didn't appreciate it at the time because that's kind of all I knew. I was, just a regular in the locker room, on the field before games, bat boying and stuff like that. Yeah. But looking back, the experiences and everything that I had was next level. It was amazing, especially like coming up playing baseball. The guys I was able to be around, the All-Star games I was able to experience, all that kind of stuff. The World Series is actually one memory that I have is when Aaron Boone hit his home run off Tim Wakefield. Do you remember that?
Okay. Oh, yeah. Dude, I broke my heart, man. I was a Red Sox fan. I cried for like 2 days after that.
Dude, so you'll like this. So I was in the family room having a slam dunk contest with David Wells' kids and Mariano's kids.
That's
crazy.
Awesome.
Mariano Rivera's kids. Yeah, and we were having a slam dunk contest. The home run happened. Everyone's freaking out. Us as kids have zero care about that. We're more worried about who's winning this contest. And then after the game, we all went down to the locker room and experienced them celebrating and all that kind of stuff. So that was really cool.
Awesome.
I remember like it was yesterday going down there and Just seeing Jeter and Posada and Andy Pettit and like all those kids down there, Paul O'Neill's kids. I was close with his kids as well, and it was just like all of us were in the same room celebrating with our dads and all the coaches and stuff, and not really understanding what's going on. But looking back, yeah, dude, it was pretty cool.
Man, that's incredible. That's incredible. I love hearing that. I want to play long enough.
Now your kids are going through that same experience with you.
Yeah, I want to play long enough for all three of my kids to enjoy it and have memories like you're talking about there. That's really cool.
Me and Mike, we were talking about it yesterday. We feel like you're gonna be in the league until you're 40. Like you're gonna be like the next Tom Brady, because your work ethic, the way you treat your body, we'll get into it with the 7 pillars and all that stuff. Because since I was a freshman, being on the same team with you, and I tell you this all the time, you know this, I've always admired your work ethic and your vision on what you see for yourself, because there's always doubt, there's always people that are gonna have opinions, but none of that stuff ever entered your minds. Ever. And I could tell that by your body language and your confidence, the way that you speak, the way that you hold yourself. It's like you knew what you were going to do. You knew you had your own plan no matter what anyone else thought. And, dude, look at you now. You know what I mean? Starting shortstop for the Diamondbacks, you signed a multi-year deal. Like, I'm so proud of you just in general, because I've seen, like, where you started and what you've accomplished. It's been so impressive. And I don't really admire or look up to many people, and I've told you this multiple times, you know this. I very much so look up to you just because of what you've done and what you've accomplished in the whole in-between. It's been like a great foundation, and I look forward to asking you these questions when it comes to 7 pillars, because those 7 pillars that you created, this company, is your foundation, and it's what's created all the success for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I appreciate that. I've been having that mindset for a long time now. I think it started when I was in high school. I had my high school coach basically tell me I wasn't good enough to play shortstop and be on the team. And funny story, when I was a freshman in high school, I made the varsity team, but I don't know if I ever told either of you guys this, but my varsity coach DH'd for me. I was playing shortstop, and he DH'd for me. So he let me go. I don't even know this is allowed. How is that legal? Like, yeah. He just made it up, I guess. But he made me go play shortstop. I got to play defense, but then I come in and I wouldn't hit. So it was just demoralizing, man. I was like, man, this is brutal, man. I want to get a bat and go hit. So I kind of made a vow to myself that I was just going to figure out a way to get better and improve. And I had plenty of people along the way tell me, hey, you're not good enough. And the college recruiting process was another one of those times when I basically got recruited to be a pitcher to go to college, and I wanted to play shortstop, man. You guys know my personality. I could never, play once a week and then just sit on the bench. So
yeah, you don't take no for an answer.
Yeah, I wanted to play shortstop and be out there every day. And UConn was the only one, and Coach Penders was the only guy who said, hey, we'll give you a chance to try both in the fall. And I think that was his recruiting pitch to try to get me there to come be a pitcher. But, man, I just jumped at that opportunity and just believed in myself and believed in my work ethic and my ability to get better each day. And I just try to continue to take that into my career right now and continue going forward.
I love it.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
I felt it.
Listen, I'm predicting this right now. Nick Ahmed, batting title champion at some point in his career. 2023 maybe. But, yeah, I would not put it past this guy, man. His work ethic and his mindset is just elite. Right?
Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see.
Yeah.
One day at a time, man. One day at a time. I try to adopt the 1% mentality. Just every day show up to the work, try to get 1% better and whatever I'm putting my hands to, whether that's, hitting, fielding, base running, training, taking care of my body, being a good teammate. So just 1% better every day, and that compounds over time. You put that money in the bank, and you look up in the middle of your career, and I'm 32 going on 33 right now. And it's like, man, I've come a long way and still have a long way to go. But I think that mentality is a good chunk of the reason why I'm still here.
Definitely. And you'll be in the league for a while too. And I'm a little curious. I feel like Mike has a question, but I'm a little curious with your background and the way that the Diamondbacks know you. You know how teams get ahead by a lot or are down by a lot and they need a position player to go on the mound?
Oh,
are you in this conversation or no?
To pitch, you're saying?
Yeah, just to come in if you're down 14 or up 14, something like that.
Like the Big East tournament.
I've been pushing for that for a long time, man.
Oh, man.
And I've never got the opportunity.
Dude,
our managers have always said, hey, we want to protect your arm playing shortstop. We don't want you to get hurt or anything like that. So we had a game, I think it was in 2019 maybe, playing the Rockies in Colorado, extra innings, long game. Our bullpen was fried, and it was like maybe 13th or 14th inning. We had one guy left in the bullpen, and he came into the game. It was tied, extra innings. And our manager looks at me, and I'm getting ready to go on deck to hit. He goes, "Hey, our guy's got one more inning, and if we don't score here, win this game, you got the next half after that." I was like, I'm ready to go, man. Let's go. And it wasn't one of those like blowout games where you're just lobbing it in and throwing 50 over the plate. I was ready to go, man.
Were you gonna snap
break
off
out the cutter? And,
yeah,
man. Just break out that cutter I had in my back pocket back in college, and try to get some dudes out. But it never happened. We ended up scoring and winning that game, and I still haven't got a chance to pitch yet.
Would you snap off like a hammer or something like that? Besides the
cutter? Man, we'll see. I'm competitive. You guys know me. I can't go out there and just give it up, man. That's not me.
Because usually when guys come in, they just throw the heater at different speeds and then they let the guys put it in play. But for you and how we know you, I know you'd be trying to get a K for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
That's awesome.
You know what I was going to talk about, Nick, was about college now that they can transfer, right? There's that portal.
The transfer portal, yep.
So I'm trying to get a lot of these kids that I'm talking to, because I'm more in that youth side now.
Yeah.
They don't play. It's immediately, I'm transferring. I'm out, right? That mental side of it's completely gone. I wanted to kind of get into you. When you came into UConn, I was at shortstop. What were you thinking when, like, it never crossed your mind, like, hey, I might not play shortstop right now, but I'm going to keep going, right? So what was your, like, mindset every day going into that? These kids kind of lost that.
Yeah, so I struggle with that a lot, knowing that kids are using that and falling back into that excuse quickly now, and just kind of losing that perseverance, man, losing that mental edge and that grit to know that, hey, you get kicked in the teeth and things aren't going good for you. You got to stick it out, man. You got to do hard things and improve yourself and get better. So this is one of the stories I wanted to share for sure, being on here today. My first day of college, it was probably, September 1st. Of 2008, right? I show up on campus at UConn. Michael, shortstop, reigning freshman All-American. We had, I don't know if you remember this, but we had early work on field with Coach Desi. We had hitting, and it was just some middle infielders. So it was like you and I, it was Pierre, maybe a couple other guys. And the first thing we did was we had tee work on the field on home plate, right? And Coach Desi's going through, what's important as a hitter at UConn, and he goes, all right, first round tee work, we're going to go middle away, right? And you give a couple of these, rotations, get your body loose. And your first swing, bro, that I've never forgot this. Your first swing, you hit an opposite field home run off the foul pole. And my heart,
I don't remember it.
Wow. My heart went from here and it sank right down in my stomach. And I was like, I definitely cannot play college baseball because I cannot do that. So
oh my God.
that was welcome to college baseball moment, watching you do that, man. And I was like, I got a long way to go here. So, I just buckled up, man, and went to work and, tried to carve out a role, whatever way I was going to get on the field. And I was able to play a little bit of third base beginning of my freshman year. And then, you ended up getting hurt, I think, a month into the season there. And Coach Penders put me out at short. And, I guess when you came back, you went to third. I stayed at short. So,
listen, this is a true story. This is a true story, too, that I have.
We talked about this last night.
Yeah.
I looked at Coach Penders. It took 2 games. I looked at Coach Penders. I was sitting on the bucket, bored as shit. I'm just like, I don't even know what I was doing. Probably bothering Dez. And I looked at Coach Penders when he walked back, and I said, I'm going to play third base. Like that. He is going to play shortstop. And he's like, we were going to have a talk. I was like, no, there's no need to talk. He's going to play shortstop. Trust me. I literally 2 games. I'm just like, what is going on? Every play that, like, there's a base knock, there's a tough play. You make it look easy. I'm just like, what are we doing?
You were saying he was making the extraordinary plays look routine.
Remind me of like a Darwin Barney, basically like
he doesn't get enough credit because he makes everything look routine.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's how exactly. Listen, me and Mike, we play with everybody. I've been around people as a kid, all that kind of stuff. But you as a shortstop, I've never seen anybody so fundamentally sound, where every single ball you're attacking with your feet, like you're approaching towards the ball, but like you field it, make the play, whether it's to your right or left or straight up, and it's just like, okay, out, 1 out, 2 out to the outfielder. It's like no big deal, and mostly guys who will like make an extraordinary play, they'll show out, like they'll be more flamboyant. It's just like robotic, and that it's like, for me, it's so impressive. And for his freshman year, for you to see that too as well.
Didn't take long.
Yeah. You can notice right away. Yeah.
So that's good stuff.
I appreciate that. Yeah, man.
I think what the exciting part for you right now is your 7 pillars. So I think we want to get into that. I really want you to dive in and tell us what's going on, because I feel like people need to be a part of this.
Yeah, because I want to join.
I'm going to join. I want a discount, but I'm going to join.
I already messaged dude, as soon as I saw on his story, I messaged him right away. It's like, dude, I'm going to be first subscriber. But yeah, dive into it. Tell us what it's all about.
Yeah, we got a discount running for another 2 weeks if you sign up. So check out the website, 7pillarhealthandperformance.com. So essentially, guys, what this is, 7 Pillar Health and Performance. My brother Mike and I have started this company. It's just a platform, a way to share the things that we've learned as professional athletes, a way to give back to the next generation of athletes coming up. So we're really passionate about health and performance, not just in a couple specific areas. Most people think about health, they think about nutrition, right? Most people think about performance. They only think about, mental skills work. And we have 7 pillars, right? We have faith, mind, lifestyle, nutrition, fitness, relationships, and recovery. So those are our 7 pillars. And we believe wholeheartedly that all of them affect each other. So if you don't have health or thriving health in one of those areas, it can affect the other areas in a big way, in the way you perform on and off the field and whatever job you have to do, whether that's baseball, sports, life, whatever it is. So we're really passionate about giving back. I've had the opportunity to be around some of the best people in the world in all these different fields, right? From nutritionists to strength and conditioning coaches, peak performance coaches, everybody in between. So we're really passionate about all these areas. And we just see that, especially the young generation of athletes coming now, they're missing a little bit of something, right? They have their identity kind of warped out and they're, only a baseball player, right? And then when the hard times come, we've been talking about perseverance a little bit, they don't know where to turn to. So we want to help people find their true identity in God. We want them to have a real purpose outside the game. We want to equip them with skills to be able to handle all that life throws at them, right? And then teach them how to take care of their bodies really well with nutrition and fitness, and make sure their relationships with their family and friends are thriving as well. So that's the nuts and bolts of why we're doing what we're doing. We have a membership to educate everyone online, so you can sign up on our website. And then we also have individual and group coaching available as well if you want to take a deeper dive with us.
That's awesome. Yeah. So do you have like this is like all a website? Do you have like an app?
Yeah, no app, just a website right now. So if you sign up for the membership, you're going to get an email newsletter coming out every week, just with some performance tips and different things that we'll share with you. And then we have articles we're writing online. And then another part of the company I forgot to mention, if you're living a healthy lifestyle, it can be expensive. So we partnered with a bunch of companies and brands that I trust and I use on an everyday basis. And we provided discounts for these people. So once you become a member of 7 Pillar, you have access to all these companies' discounts that they provided to my company. So that's another big perk for people if they sign up.
So what's the what's the process? So do you stay in touch with these people personally, or is it through like email context, or how does like the coaching occur?
Yeah, so through the membership and coaching are 2 separate things. So if you sign up for the membership, you can do either a monthly membership or you can do an annual membership. And basically what you're getting is an email newsletter packed with different performance tips and health hacks and different things basically that I do on a daily basis to help me stay at the top of my game. And you also get access to all those discounts I just mentioned, plus written articles that go deeper dive into some new science information and different things that made a big impact in my life. So that's the membership. And then separate from that, we offer like individual and group coaching. So whether you're a team and want group coaching or an individual athlete, we can take you on as a client and train you. My brother's going to do a ton of that right now. You guys know Mike, and he's been training and studying for this for a long time now, since he finished his playing career. But yeah, the individual group coaching we're fired up about, just to take deeper dives with people and really help them at a higher level.
So for the individual coaching, do you provide like routines or workout programs or things personally to follow to, gain that progress and check in with you like the following week or month or whatever?
For sure. So on the coaching side, we've developed what we're calling like a curriculum. So we have these different modules within each of the pillars as like an education format to start. So the way we want to structure the coaching is we want the first several sessions, right? If you're an amateur athlete, I think we're going to have 7 or 8 sessions. If you're a professional athlete, it's going to be higher, maybe 14 sessions. So the first chunk of it's going to be educationally based. It's going to be very interactive, like, hey, where are you at with this situation in your life? Where are you at with this pillar and that pillar? Just so we can go back and forth. But it's going to be a lot of teaching and educating up front. And then after that process is over, if you would like to stay on as a client, we'll continue to work with you and dive into whatever area you need the most help with, whether that's, fitness or nutrition, or you got help with, or you need help with relationships back home, or something with your mental side of the game. So we can tailor it more individual after you go through the initial process.
That's awesome, man. And, just looking at this from a bigger picture standpoint, you playing, having everything you personally have on your plate, and especially during the season, how do you how do you expect to stay on top of all this stuff and, communicate with people while you have all this stuff that you're chasing a championship? As a baseball player, baseball is everything in the season. You put all into it. So how are you going to diversify your attention when it comes to this company and then you being in season?
Yeah. So our pillar number 3 is lifestyle. And a lot of that is related to like habits and how you manage your time and your energy and things like that. So for me, I'm really passionate about that. Like you said, I have a full-time job playing baseball, trying to help the Diamondbacks win a World Series. I have a wife and 3 kids at home and have a lot going on. So I have to be really good with my time management, how I manage my stress, my energy, all these different things, and develop really good habits and routines. So a lot of that stuff is what I want to share with people. But for me personally, I'm just dialed into that. And, you guys know there's guys that love doing things off the field, right? In their free time. They love playing video games or golfing or, whatever it is they like doing. And for me, I'm passionate about doing this, and the free time I'll have on road trips or sitting on an airplane or a bus. This is the kind of stuff I'm going to be doing. And, throwing some stuff up on social media just to give back and help these athletes out coming forward.
And what you said earlier about faith being your foundation, me personally, just like seeing all this, I feel like that has a big thing to do with you managing all this time, because you're giving back. And that's what me and Mike were talking about yesterday. It was like, Nick is in a position where, he's got all these things on his plate. He could be doing everything and focusing on himself, but he's creating a company where he can give back and give the information that he's used in the lifestyle that he's adapted to help future athletes get to the position that you're in right now. So it's impressive, but you're probably going to be a trailblazer when it comes to this stuff, because like you said, a lot of guys want to do video games, golf, like things with their family, hunting, whatever the case may be, because the time that you have is very limited off the field. And the fact that you're being entrepreneurial with this business and using your time to dive into this stuff is very impressive. So it's just, me personally as a baseball player, knowing how much dedication you have to drive your team to winning a championship, and then, having this on the flip side, and then utilizing it to also benefit yourself, because it's keeping yourself accountable, right?
For sure. And a lot of what I'm going to be sharing, like on this podcast, in my website, in my newsletter, it's things that I'm literally doing on a day-to-day basis. So I'm going to be sharing things that are helping me on the field, off the field. So it's really important that I live out and, not just talk the talk, but I actually walk the walk. And you mentioned faith, and I would definitely not be in the position I am without my faith in God. I was in a really bad place when I was in the minor leagues, and I think I've shared some of this with both of you guys, that my identity was just in baseball, right? And it's like I had no idea, no way to separate myself, Nick Ahmed, from Nick Ahmed, the baseball player. When things on the field were good, I was fine, right? But when things on the field were bad, right, I wasn't playing well, I was in a slump, I got injured, different things like that, I turned into a bad teammate. I turned into, somebody who didn't have a good relationship with Amanda at home, and, just wasn't sleeping good at night, had all this anxiety and worry about my future. But then I found this relationship in God. He gave me a new purpose, a new identity. And, part of that faith is Jesus came to serve, not to be served. So now for me, it's like I want to serve these athletes, right? Because I've been put in a place where I've had so many people pour into me and give me life and help build me up to the position I'm in. it's just my responsibility now to pour that back out and help these athletes now.
All right, so Nick, all that sounds amazing. How do people, find the information about Seven Pillars? How can they contact and sign up and all that stuff?
Yeah, so we got a website where you can sign up for membership or the coaching option, 7pillarhealthandperformance.com. And then you can check everything out on social media as well. We have Instagram and Twitter rolling. I believe the Twitter and Instagram handle is Nick Ahmed 13. So check that out. We'll have more information on there. And, yeah, everybody can sign up on the website.
That's
awesome.
Great.
Guys, definitely check that out. This guy is a inspiration for all, as an athlete or as a human being in general. And you can take that firsthand from what me and Mike have seen personally. Watching him grow as a human being and as a baseball player has been honestly an honor to be your teammate, but also like very inspirational. So check that out for sure. And Mike, you got anything to add?
Love you, kid.
Love you guys too, man.
We'll be catching up soon, though. When you come to New York, we'll be there. We'll get a hot dog together. Same old.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Does the Diamondbacks play in New York this year?
Yeah, we come play the Mets every year, but we play the Yankees this year in New York as well. So yeah, we'll see you guys twice. I think it's in September both times.
Oh, perfect. All right, so
we'll September off.
Yeah. We'll come see you. We'll come on the field and stuff like that. Talk to you a little bit. Yeah, and we'll catch up with you then. See how all the progress has gone during the 2023 season.
Sounds good, guys. Looking forward to it.
All right, Nick, thanks for coming on our show. We really appreciate your time. We know that you have a lot of exciting things looking forward to this year. Baseball, what you're going to accomplish with your team, but also with Seven Pillars. So thank you for explaining everything to us, and we look forward to watching your progress.
Yeah, and make sure you say hi to the family for us, and we'll see you soon.
I will do, guys. Thanks for having me on.
No problem.